Hey, this is Nevin again with Disc. We're bringing to you season 9 already of our cooking show, Cooking on the Disket. And this week's episode is gonna be a boom! Welcome back. Here we are, and what's a boom all about? We got a new guest chef here. You got GoLocalBOOM.
Yes.
Vince,
Thanks for
right?
having me. Yeah, Vince Trujillo with GoLocalBOOM, and happy to be here today.
Nice. Now Vince is going to teach me something I've never tried before. We've actually had a lot of requests in the past, especially from southern New Mexico, southern Texas. So we're going to learn how to make tripitas on the disket, finally.
Tripitas and Carnitas.
Tripitas y Carnitas on the disket.
Yes.
Nice. So let me get this set up. We'll fire it up and teach me how to do this thing. Well, first I'll light this thing up real good.
So, the reason I chose this dish is that actually I'm from southern New Mexico originally. I grew up in Deming, New Mexico, and I grew up on a farm in Deming. And one of the things that one of my earliest memories of discs are growing up on the farm and a little bit with matanzas and some of the kills that we would have with either the cows or the pigs. And my earliest memories are tripitas, having carnitas, pork carnitas, or tripas, and de res is what it's called. It's beef, so the beef intestines or pork carnitas. And so that's why I wanted to kind of pay homage to that today.
Nice.
And give a little shout out to a lot of people, memories that they have with it too.
Yeah,
and it's
a lot
perfect
of
with your disc.
People have been doing that for generations.
Right.
And what he's talking about with the disc is, you know, the disc is actually based off the way people have done it for generations. They took an old plow disc and welded up that hole in the center, and then they'd go ahead and throw it in the fire to both sanitize it and to season it. And that's kind of how the disc was born. We started doing that, you know, many years ago using an old plow disc. And of course, as we've developed and stuff over the years, we've taken the disco into the disket and really gone a little bit different ways with it.
And
now
what you guys have done is made this beautiful disc.
Yes,
now,
sir.
The disket, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, and everybody can, you know, have it built any way you want it. It's like this one we're cooking on today has chilies on it. This deeper one here, we've got the 1.5 inch hammered edge welded on there, just so you can do more boiling with it. So now we're only doing a small amount of the tripitas here. So you got the water, we'll boil that out. Get the rest of it set up. So
yeah, so nowhere near the disc that we used by setting them on the fire back on the farm.
the temperature's a little bit easier to control like this.
So one of the first things you want to do is you want to get your tripitas. You can go get them at a meat market. Usually, if you want to get it, you want a Mexican carniceria or something, and they have your tripitas is different than your tripe. You go and get tripe. It's usually for your menudo or something else.
What is the difference?
It's the tripe is it's usually the same thing, because tripa and tripe usually has the same root word, and it all comes from the stomach and intestinal part. But tripitas is typically refers to beef intestines that you want to get. Okay. Tripe is usually going to be the stomach and some of the intestines, and that's what you'll usually see, the chopped up linings of the stomach, little squares of it that are used for your menudo and pozole too. Tripitas is made from beef intestines, and it'll be the long intestinal.
Okay.
You'll usually want to get those cleaned out. So some of your meat markets will go. You'll make sure that they're cleaned out already. If they're not cleaned, you're going to have to go through another process, which is kind of cleaning it out and boiling it to clean it out.
Okay.
I bought mine already cleaned. Well, that means that they cleaned out the intestines. Now I'm going to boil them just to get them a little bit of flavor, and also to soften them up, so then we can fry them up.
Okay.
Okay. So the first thing I'll do
is you have here?
Some water boiling. What I have is some carnitas already set out, and I have my tripitas, and these were already boiled a little bit. We're going to boil them a little bit more, and that'll soften them up. We want to get them just to where you want to get your tripitas. You want to clean them out. Then you want to chop them into about 1 inch, 1.5 inches, anywhere in that segment, and you'll have these little cylinders that are chopped into about inch long. And what that does is allows us to boil them, get them soft. You want to boil them just long enough to get them soft. When I first cleaned these and did them, it was about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is prepare them to get them softened, just to fry them. So there's a 30-minute boil, and then you just want to get them a little bit soft so that you can fry them up.
So let's show that boil now then, I guess. And then do you have any seasonings that go in there during the boil process? Or?
Yeah, when you're first doing your boil, just to soften them up, all you really need to do is get them. What I like to do is put a little rock salt in there.
Okay.
And what I found when you're doing the boil with the rock salt, it gives it a nice little subtle flavor inside of it.
Okay.
And so I got a particular salt. It's just it's a rock salt. It's a sea salt.
Okay.
And it has some herbs and some seasonings in here. What I'll do is just sprinkle some of that in the water when it's got to a nice boil. And then
Tripitas in there.
We'll get some tripitas in there. And we'll want to get that.
So you're going to boil this. This would typically be the 30-minute deal on boiling?
Yeah, this is the 30 deal.
So you got the water, you got the rock salt with some seasoning, the tripitas. So I guess after this boils for 30 minutes, we'll go ahead and drain that, get ready for frying?
Right, absolutely.
Okay, well, let's go through that process real quick. I'm going to take this opportunity. We're going to jump into this week's Ask Nevin Anything section of this episode. So this week's question is, where have you been the last 5 or 6 weeks? Well, you guys know we just finished up season 8 about 6 weeks ago. We had the Disque Roundup, we had the New Mexico State Fair, we had the Southwest Bacon Festival, we had the Los Lunas Chili Festival, all these things going on. Now we're back at it. Back at season 9 already of the cooking show. Keep sending in those emails and the questions. We love the fact you guys are waiting for that email every week. So keep them questions coming, and we got an awesome season coming up for you. So now we got a chance to feature this week's question. We're back in here. You got the tripitas that were boiled for about 30 minutes. We got that drained, and now you're gonna fry the tripas and the tripitas.
Yeah, so I brought 2 things today: tripitas, which is your intestines of beef.
Not my intestines.
Not your intestines, but they're gonna be in your intestines.
Okay.
And so I got that, and then we also have some carnitas. So I wanted to have some pork carnitas, and I also wanted to have some of the beef intestines. So what I'm going to do first, since I already just boiled my my tripitas and they're already ready to be fried up, they're mostly done now that they've been boiled. I'm going to start my carnitas, my pork carnitas next.
Nice. So we're going to put any oil in there, or just straight the?
Yeah. So
what do you got there?
I got a virgin olive oil that I like to use.
Okay.
And I just like it because it's got a little bit of a neutral taste, and it's not really a vegetable or something else that's kind of a little bit more flavorful. Okay. So I got some pork carnitas.
That disc is already nice and hot.
Yeah, it is. Let's turn it down just a little bit.
Right. Look, it's a fully adjustable business. Fully adjustable burner. So while you're throwing that in there, what is GoLocalBOOM?
So GoLocalBOOM is something that we created. In a lot of local communities right now, what we're seeing is that people are talking about, economic problems. Sometimes there's been a slowdown in activity. Sometimes people are finding it hard to find jobs. One of the things that I noticed as a trend was we kind of gotten away with some of the things that made our community strong in the first place. When our economy was more thriving and the community was a little bit more strong, we noticed that things like local business was booming a little bit more. You could always go down to your local neighborhood butcher, your local neighborhood baker. People would provide services, and they were locally owned and operated businesses. And what you find now is that since economic downturn and people are finding it a little bit more difficult now, all of the communities around the country that are doing very well are usually ones that have a strong local business community. Okay. And they have a community that's also tied into not only the businesses, but they're tied into community groups, charities.
And they're all supporting each other.
And they're all supporting each other. So when we look outside of our local community for help, sometimes it doesn't come in the way that we want it to be. When most of the times we have what we need in our local community. We have entrepreneurs, we have business owners, we have people who are participating in the community groups and organizations, supporting their schools, supporting their local people. And when we do that, it makes our community stronger. Yeah. So I chose to focus on creating a product and a platform where people could actually go and learn about their local businesses. A few years ago, I noticed that it was really hard to find a resource where you could say, hey, I feel like shopping at my local place, or buying at a local carniceria, or eating a local burger, or buying some clothes from a local vendor. And I looked online. I was like, well, how do you find these organizations? Where do you go and do a search and say, I only want to shop at a locally owned and operated business? Well, there's no such place. You usually have to.
Well, there is now.
There is now. So GoLocalBOOM.com, which is the website, www.golocalboom.com, is actually a place that you can go, and we only feature locally owned and operated businesses. You can do searches by restaurant, by category, like if they're a service business, carpet cleaner, it doesn't really matter. A retail store, you can find a little bit about them on there. And we also break them out into the areas of the city that they're in.
You know what's neat about that is when you're buying from a local company, you're not paying for somebody's third vacation home. You're paying for that business owner's daughter to go to soccer camp or, you know, band camp or that kind of thing. So, and it's funny, if you look, there's actually statistics about buying locally versus buying from the chain stores, how many times that dollar goes around. You guys probably have some of that information on the website, I imagine.
Right, so depending on the type of business it is, we have found that all these studies and statistics are out there. So when you buy it at a major national chain that doesn't really have a locally owned portion of it, about up to 70-80% of your dollars spent at that store actually leaves the local area.
Wow.
So they all go to a national chain. Some of these are multinational companies. It leaves our local area, and it leaves our local area for things like there's taxes. Sometimes these chains have breaks that we give them to come into a community.
Yeah.
They don't pay local taxes sometimes. A lot of that dollar ends up leaving for where they source their products a lot of times. Other studies say that when you spend $1 on the locally owned and operated businesses, up to 70-80% of that dollar stays in your local community. So there's a huge recirculation effect that you mentioned about shopping locally, and a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of education to be given out. Well, we get in here with the carnitas. Let's take 1 minute here, and we're going to feature this week's Spotlight Disket. This week's Spotlight Disket is the Hot Air Balloons Disket. Everybody knows that Albuquerque is home of one of the biggest events in the world, so we go ahead and show the Hot Air Balloon Disket as one of the patterns. Now keep in mind, you can see that and several hundred other different disket designs by either going to our pattern section of the website, or we got Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, all that other stuff. So just let us know how you want yours built. Any way you want it, got a disket ready for you. So now we got a chance to see this week's Spotlight Disc. We're back in here with Vince with GoLocalBOOM. We got the carnitas just about done on here, it looks like. And now you ready to go and do some tripitas in there?
Yeah, so I'm ready to get the carnitas. Took a little bit longer because the tripitas were already boiled. So now I'm going to stick the tripitas on here. We're going to get these fried up and ready to go. And now that they're already boiled, all we really want to do on the fryer now, and I turned up the heat to about medium, we want to get them nice and crispy on the outside, and we want to cook them up quick enough that the centers stay a little soft, and the outsides are a little crispy. And that's why I like doing it on a disket, because it allows you to do that.
Never had tripitas before, so my curiosity is piqued right about now.
So I'm going to put a little bit more seasoning on it. Some of my sea salt and seasons. Just a little pepper. You can use garlic salt too.
You can't use just a little pepper. I'm a pepper dude.
You're a pepper guy? Let's put a little pepper on them. There we go.
Pepper, cheese, onions. Nice. That's a lot of pepper right there. And so what do we serve those with? Is it going to be just on a plater or in a burrito?
Corn tortillas. So the way that I grew up with them was corn tortillas. I'm going to fry some corn tortillas on here. And just very basically, I chopped up some tomatoes, some red onions, and we have some chili too.
Nice. And you'll serve them both together like a burrito or a taco? Or?
Well, actually, I'm going to separate them. You can try whichever you want. Some people like to mix them up because the tripitas got a really nice little flavor of the intestines, and then sometimes you want a little pork flavoring with that, or you can do them separately. The tripitas by themselves are pretty good.
Yeah, well, I'm anxious to try it. So, how does disket get involved, and how is it going to, how does it work with us for GoLocalBOOM?
So we go out there, and we've been doing some promotions for local businesses for almost 2 years now. And lately what we're doing is really focusing on the digital side of it, which means our website is really where we're focusing our attention. We want people to interact with the website to find out about local businesses, areas of the city that they operate in, community groups, organizations, news, events. So when we have a local business like Disket, we want to get them involved first by doing a business profile on them. So we want to identify them as a locally owned and operated business. You'll have your own page on our website. It'll be a Disket page. You can have a description about your business. We're going to have several photos on there, so anywhere between 3 to 5 different photos for you. If you want to be categorized by area of the town that you have a retail location in, we'll put in a retail store location for you. And the great thing about all of our packages now for small businesses is that we're actually including, if you want to run a special, From month to month, you can change the special, what you want to do, a coupon, incentive, something to get local customers to come in too. So we highlight your business, first of all, give a description, area of the city that you want to be featured in, and also if you want to run a coupon or a discount. And that's the way you interact.
And what's the website?
www.GoLocalBOOM.com.
Okay, and you guys do any social media as well?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page, we have a Twitter page. Actually, here at the end of November, we're doing a very big promotion around Small Business Saturday, which is November 29th.
Oh, got a leaf in there.
This might add to the flavor. November 29th, we have Small Business Saturday, and it's usually a national promotion, but this year we're kind of hijacking a little bit. We're really highlighting locally owned and operated businesses here in Albuquerque. It's Small Business Saturday, November 29th. That's the official launch of our online version of GoLocalBOOM. We're going to feature different businesses from all over the city. Some of them will have promotions and discounts, and it'll be a great way to kick off the end of the year.
Interesting. So you can check them out at their website. Of course, we'll have links on our on our Facebook and social media, and also on our website as well. This stuff's distracting me already, so I can't wait to try.
Hey guys, we just want to reach out real quick and say again, thank you to Diskit, GoLocalBOOM, connected businesses and community groups. Take a moment to say, as the development director for a local nonprofit, my involvement with GoLocalBOOM just makes so much sense for the purposes of collaboration with local businesses and community groups for fundraising and also community sustainability. I'm from Albuquerque. It's really important for me to do everything I can to create a strong economy in my community. And so not only do I work with Paws and Stripes, but I also work with GoLocalBOOM, and I'm spearheading the sales and recruiting businesses to get involved. Check us out on our website, give us a call, let us know how GoLocalBOOM can help your business connect with local consumers and community groups. Vince?
Yeah, thanks, Sean. That was well put perfectly. It's about supporting our local community, making it stronger economically, socially, culturally. And GoLocalBOOM is really just a resource where you can find out about local businesses in your area and about local community groups and organizations. Use it as a resource to find the businesses in your area and then go out and support them by buying from them.
Follow us on Facebook. We've got a pretty big social media push coming up for Small Business Saturday on November 29th. We want everybody in the community to understand our background in advertising and business development is being used to support your business and increase your revenues, and we're using social media and an online presence to do so. If you don't have a good website, you don't have a good Facebook following or understanding of those strategies, rely on us. We're going to help you with that. So make sure you follow us, GoLocalBOOM on Facebook, around the end of the month, this month, for the Small Business Saturday push, and tell us why you came up with the idea to do that.
The Small Business Saturday push was something I wanted to do. Every year nationally we see that there's a big promotion around a large credit card company that does a promotion nationally on local small businesses. But I found that when it was time for that Small Business Saturday promotion, I didn't really have a resource where I could go and find a local business in my area. I would do a Google search, and I'd have to either recognize the name or know the difference between a chain and a locally owned and operated business. So what I decided to do is I wanted to create a platform and a location where people can go, and every business that is featured on GoLocalBOOM is locally owned and operated. So that resource allows people to go in and discover businesses that are locally owned and operated. They can do it by service, the category that they're in. So they can search for restaurants, they can search for retail shopping, they can search for services there. And then also they can find out the businesses that are in their area of town. So we have a map-based feature on GoLocalBOOM that allows you to search your area of the city that you happen to be in.
Geolocated. As soon as you open it on your mobile device, it's going to tell you what local businesses are around you for retail shopping, food, automotive services, health and fitness, and also local charities in your area if you want to get involved with a group in your neighborhood for volunteerism or fundraising.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. We hope you visit us at GoLocalBOOM.com. That's www.GoLocalBOOM.com. And you can find our website, visit our Facebook page, and we're going to be launching a huge promotion November 29th for Small Business Saturday. Get involved and go local.
Hey, how far are we?
We're actually pretty close now. So all you want to do is kind of eye it depending on your depending on the temperature, how high your heat is up. You want to depend. All you want your tripitas to look is like this. You get them a little bit soft on the inside. You want to keep moving them till they get a little brown on the outside. Then you want to make sure your carnitas are all
They're good.
cooked
I
up,
just
too.
tried that.
And yeah, so we're pretty close here. I want to try getting some corn tortillas kind of going now. A little bit too.
That is good. Oops, you don't know that, huh? I just had my first tripita.
I ate some before too, so. Gonna get a little oil on your front and back of your corn tortillas. We'll have these on the side. That's why I really like your biscuits here. They allow you to put stuff on the side. It's a little
Keep
less
it warm,
heat.
finish
you have
cooking
your,
it.
your high heat in the front, on the bottom.
I'm gonna grab a plate here. Nice. Got the leaves falling in. Extra flavoring, huh?
It is. A little rain, little leaves.
Yeah, cooking outside. And you said tomatoes and other goodies, huh?
You got all this chopped.
So this is season 9 has us something like, gosh, we'll probably be pushing out about 140, 145 videos now. So if you guys want to look through our blogs or through our YouTube channels, whatever, you can search on our blog whether you want to look for pork, or if you want to look for breakfast or dessert, or search by strawberry, whatever. You can see all the different episodes we've done, and a lot of times you'll find the written recipes underneath the video on our blog. Again, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on all the social media stuff, check out GoLocalBOOM. And again, if you want to see something specific cooked on the disket, just shoot us an email, give us a call. We'd love to feature your recipe, and I'll give you a shout out to wherever you're at, whether you're in Australia, Japan, or Albuquerque. So I'm getting there. Should I get one of these ready or not yet?
Oh yeah, I get a plate up. So I also wanted to say, so probably one of our featured businesses on here is La Mexicana.
Okay.
And they have great corn tortillas. They have a really good recipe on how they do their corn. There's no preservatives added or anything. And they're here in Albuquerque, local company too. So,
there's probably hundreds of local companies on your local.
Yeah, we have a lot of them that were previously featured. Now everyone's going digital. So our new website and our online is going to be a whole batch of past clients and
Nice.
new ones too. We're really excited about it. So November 29th, Small Business Saturday. Look at our Facebook on GoLocalBOOM.com. You can also go to our website, and we're going to be featuring a lot of stuff from here forward. And we're going to have Disket on there too.
Nice.
So it'll be nice to have. So let's start with some of these. Let's get you a corn tortilla. Grab yourself one. Let's get you some.
Kind of mix it up.
Mix it up a little bit.
Whatever. There's always up first. And you got some garnishing back here. Some chili. Here's throw this on here. What is cilantro?
That's cilantro. I chopped some cilantro, some onions.
Oops, that's quite a bit. Check this out. Finally, Tripitas.
Some people like lime on these too. I didn't happen to bring any lime. Here you go. We'll top it off with some tomatoes. I was surprised that it was a little bit more difficult to find some good recipes for this. Most people know about this from growing up, or not necessarily from finding something online. But we wanted to feature what is a traditional one. It's a traditional dish found here.
And there's some green chili on top of that, or no?
Oh yeah, you like it. Let's get some green chili.
Now that's too pretty to eat.
You got all the colors in here too.
I'm going to turn this off. We'll hook this up here. Let's show this to the guys at home. This is Tripitas and Carnitas on the Disket. You grab one, I grab one.
There we go.
Got leaves falling. Cooking outdoors has never been better.
This is the way to do it.
Boom.
Boom.
Disket.